The chow hall doors slammed open at 5:30, and the smell of burnt coffee and powdered eggs rolled out like fog. Petty Officer First Class Ryan Joker McAllister strutted in, camo sleeves rolled high enough to flash the seal trident tattooed on his forearm, the one every boot on base pretended not to stare at. He carried his tray like a rifle, scanning for a target. That morning the target was the quiet woman in the corner booth, who wore no name tape, no rank, just a plain khaki shirt and a ponytail so tight it looked regulation issued. Joker had watched her for 3 days. She ate alone, read a paperback, and left before the second coffee pot hit the table. Perfect. He slid in across from her, slammed his tray down hard enough to rattle the silverware, and grinned the grin that had gotten him out of 3 bar fights and into twice as many beds. "Morning, ma'am. Mind if I sit? I'm dying to know your rank. Gotta be at least Admiral if they let you hide it." The cafeteria laughed on cue. Half the tables were listening now, forks frozen mid-air. Joker leaned back, arms crossed, waiting for the blush, the stammer, the classic civilian contractor meltdown. She closed the paperback, set it face down, and looked up. Her eyes were the color of winter water over steel. "You sure you want my rank, Petty Officer McAllister?" Her voice carried just enough Carolina salt to make the room tilt. Joker's grin faltered. Nobody here was supposed to know his name. She continued, soft enough that the nearest tables leaned in. "Because once I say it, you don't get to unhear it." The laugh track died. Joker recovered, spread his hands wide. "Hit me, mystery woman. I've taken worse than words." She reached into her pocket, pulled out a black leather wallet, and flipped it open. The gold eagle caught the fluorescent light like a warning shot. "Colonel, United States Marine Corps," and beneath the eagle, in letters so small Joker had to squint, "Mo. Medal of Honor." The cafeteria didn't gasp, it inhaled and forgot how to exhale. Joker's tray slid an inch as his elbows lost strength. Somewhere behind him a spoon clattered to the floor and nobody moved to pick it up. The colonel never blinked. "I earned that bird in Fallujah, son. Same week your team was still in Coronado learning how to tie a bowline. I was 26, calling in airstrikes while my platoon bled out around me. The president hung this around my neck in a rose garden I couldn't see because both my eyes were swollen shut from shrapnel. A chair scraped. A kid in the back stood up without realizing it." The colonel kept talking, voice steady, each word landing like a spent casing. "I don't wear the ribbon because I don't need reminding. I wear plain khakis because I'm here teaching your intel pukes how to read satellite photos so you don't send another fire team into a kill box. And right now, Joker, you're the only kill box in this room." Silence thick enough to choke on. Joker's mouth opened, closed, opened again. The swagger had evaporated somewhere between Fallujah and Rose Garden. He tried for a whisper. "Colonel, I didn't know." She let the wallet snap shut. The sound cracked like a starter pistol. "Of course you didn't. That's why you asked. Curiosity's fine. Disrespect isn't." Then she did something nobody expected. She reached across the table, took Joker's coffee and drank it black. Set the empty mug down upside down, the universal sign for finished business. "Next time you want to play rank roulette, bring a bigger stack of chips." She stood, paperback tucked under one arm, and every sailor between her and the door rose without thinking, back straight, eyes forward. She paused at Joker's shoulder, voice low enough only he could hear. "You're a good swimmer, McAllister. I read your fit reps. Don't drown in your own mouth." The doors swung shut behind her. For 10 full seconds the cafeteria stayed frozen, a diorama of dropped jaws and cooling eggs. Then Joker laughed, one sharp bark that broke the spell. He looked around at the staring faces, lifted both hands in surrender. Okay, I'm the idiot. Somebody get me a fresh coffee before she comes back and drinks that too." The room exploded. Phones came out. Stories ricocheted off cinder block walls. By 600, the clip was already on the base Facebook page. "Seal roasted by Mo Colonel. Watch his face." By 700, the commandant had it on his phone and was laughing so hard he spilled his own coffee. Joker spent the morning buying rounds for every table that had watched him eat crow. He pinned a tiny gold eagle sticker to his dive watch and swore he'd never take it off. 3 weeks later, The colonel found a new paperback on her desk, dog-eared, coffee-stained, with a post-it that read, "Still can't tie a bowline one-handed. Teach me? J." She smiled for the first time since 2004, wrote 600 pier, bring fins on the inside cover, and left it on his rack. They never spoke about the cafeteria again, but every time Joker hit the surf for a 2-mile swim, he felt winter water eyes on his 6 and kicked harder. And that's the day an entire chow hall learned that rank isn't the eagle on your collar, it's the weight you carry when nobody's looking. If you felt that chill down your spine, hit subscribe right now so you never miss the next time ego meets legend. Real quick, drop a comment and tell me, from which part of the country are you watching this video? I read every single one, and the map's lighting up from Anchorage to Key West. See you in the next story. Ura and Huya.